Hello everyone, my name is Richie and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a comparison video of the same route but in two different games. We're going to be comparing the Mittenwaldbahn in this Train Sim World and Train Simulator Classic, where we're going to take a little look at both of the routes, both of the versions of the routes, and see sort of like what can we notice that's the same, sort of like notice key landmarks and all that sort of good stuff, and just see how they've been represented in Train Sim Classic and Train Sim World. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in Train Sim Classic first, because that's where we are now. No point transitioning back to Train Sim World just yet. And we're going to have a little fly around the map, see like some cool little landmarks if we can notice them, and all that sort of good stuff. Do a bit of a comparison about like rolling stock and whatever is included in them. And yeah, just have a little bit of a look at how Train Sim Classic and Train Sim World sort of compare. Obviously the big thing to notice is graphical differences. Train Sim World's built on a much newer, better engine, but Train Sim Classic still looks pretty awesome in some cases. So you know, when I've been driving this route and then obviously driving the recently released Mittenwaldbahn, I do notice some landmarks and some things I noticed when I initially started playing the route before it came out for Train Sim World. So let's jump into it and have a little bit of a look at the Mittenwaldbahn in Train Sim Classic and Train Sim World. So admittedly, I haven't really thought of like the structure of this video, but I think I'm going to do it similar to like the What's Better videos, where I have a little look at what's included in both versions of the route. Obviously like rolling stock and all that sort of good stuff. Can't really compare like timetables, because obviously TSC is scenario based and then Train Sim World is obviously timetable based, so it's not really a completely fair comparison, but we'll have a little look at what's included. Era is a big one we want to obviously talk about in this particular DLC, and then maybe just have a little look at the key stations along the route and some key landmarks and see how they differ and how familiar and similar they look. So what I've done is I've jumped into the main menu for this, and I'll do the same in Train Sim World and show you what sort of units you can drive on this in the sort of like scenario mode, timetable mode sort of thing. So in this you have included the DBBR 442, the ICET, the OBB 2016, and then obviously got some rail fanning stuff there. So all in all, the base package offers I think 9 scenarios. You've got 4 for the 442, 2 for the ICET and 3 for the OBB 2016. So you've got a couple of scenarios you can run, and obviously you can do it in like free roam or what's it called, quick drive in this. There's obviously workshop scenarios and all that sort of good stuff. So should we do that? Should we jump into the quick drive and have a little fly around the map, shall we? We'll spawn in the ICET. We'll do Garmisch to Innsbruck. We won't drive that, just simply because if I did the whole route, it would take like an hour for each portion, and we'll do like a 2-hour long video, and that'd be far too long. So what we'll do is I'll free cam around the map and like look around and maybe like rail fanning places or whatever you call it, and then the equivalent will be free roam in Train Sim World, and we'll have a little look. Rightio, so here we go. We're in Garmisch-Partenkirchen, that's how you pronounce it. So I do recognise this station. I've played the Train Sim World version a little bit now, and I do recognise most of the sort of key points on the route. And this will be cool for like future routes like the Mild Main Line and whatever else, because like as we play the routes on TSC, I'll get a bit more familiar with them, then obviously they'll come to Train Sim World and I'll get familiar with them there, so it'll be easier to compare the two. But yeah, I've definitely recognised this. Obviously the key thing to note is the mountains and the distant scenery. That could just be down to my my settings. I think it fully is down to my settings, to be honest, because someone did say to me in the comments that I need to up my render distance, and I don't know how to do that without absolutely destroying my performance, so I will look into that. This is, you know, based off like very much vanilla and also relatively low-end PC specs. I know that if you get enhancements and stuff, and people have sent me some links before, you can obviously improve the existing you know, scenery and whatever else, but it doesn't look too bad for TSC. I don't know how old this route actually is. I think it's a fairly old route. I think from what I've seen it's like 2016, 2017. So for TSC standards, it's not that bad. So yeah, that's Garmisch. Cool little thing if we fly around. Obviously it's modern day. That's a key thing to note with this route. It's modern day. Well, I say modern day. It's when it's set in like 2016, 2017. So we've got some PIS here, which obviously in the Train Sim World version we won't have because it's backdated. Let's have a little fly around. Can we see anything else? Cool. You know, for TSC standards, it's quite fairly detailed around here. But yeah, fairly detailed, and I recognise where I am. So yeah, that's Garmisch. Let's have a little look at the map and see which way we're going. I think we're going that way. But let's jump into the map. So, where are we? We're up here somewhere. Right at the top. So what we can also do is compare maps. So the route map is the exact same as the Train Sim World version, obviously. You go along here we'll have a little look at some of the different places. So this should be Cloyce, yep, I recognise that. And then we've got Mittenwald here. I don't know this middle bit of the route too well. I just know that there's Seefeld somewhere, which is there. There you go. Yeah, we've got Leithen here. I keep making the joke about Scotland there. And you've got this little loop, which is very nice. There's like the valley bit where you can see for miles, which we can have a little look at, and then we arrive into Innsbruck down here. So let's fly around the map and have a little look, shall we? Right, so let's fly over here, shall we? Let's have a little look. So we veer off this way. This goes another way. I don't know where. But if we keep going round here... Are we going the wrong way? Have I gone the wrong way? I think I have. Hold on, let's try that again. Let's go this way. Ah, no, I think the route goes this way. And the reason why I think that is because there's a ski slope, which I have noticed in the Train Sim World version. We'll have a little look at that. But there's that little ski slope there, which is quite cool. It's quite a little cool detail. Can we go on it in this version? Whoa, look at that. It's proper modelled. Look, that's brilliant. Right, let's keep going this way. Let's keep flying around here. This is a cool little idea, actually. Oh, where are we going? Ah, I seem to have hit a problem. Because obviously we've spawned into a train, there's a certain radius you can fly away from the train. So I do think we need to spawn in at different points along the route, which is fine. We can do that. It will just take me a little bit of time to do that. But I'll cut it all out in post so you don't have to wait with me. So let's jump into another part of the route. Right, as if by magic, I'm here at Mittenwald. There you go. Look at that for editing. Right, so here we go, Mittenwald. So, if we were going to Garmisch, we'd be going up this way. So I recognise this little bridge here. This is a little landmark I noticed in the stream the other day, which goes around here. And this is the little village of Mittenwald, which looks very nice. Very nice indeed. But yeah, if we fly back over to the station and then head southbound, I think. The border crossing is somewhere around here. Now, I don't know where it actually is, where we cross into Austria. It'd be cool if there was a little plaque or something saying, welcome to Austria, but there isn't. But yeah, I'm back here at Mittenwald, so that's the surrounding area around Mittenwald. So where next? Should we go to Seefeld? That's the summit, isn't it? So we'll go there next. I tell you something, this ICET is moving quick, isn't it? Right, so this is Seefeld, which... If you remember a stream we did a little while ago, had some funky passengers, which was quite funny. But this is Seefeld. This is the summit, the summit even, of the route. So if we head this way, you're going downhill, and then also if you head that way, you're heading downhill. So we're pretty high up here, but it's still very mountainous indeed, because we are pretty much in the middle of the Alps. But yeah, scenery-wise, again, very Austrian, very European, very nice looking. Nothing particular to spot here. Obviously the station signage will look a bit different in the Train Sim World version just because of the era it's set in. We'll have a little fly over here. Anything we can see over here? No, we've got a little got a few cars parked over there. That's nice, cool. Got a couple of houses and stuff. Very nice. Got some rocks. You know I like me rocks. Yeah, if we head over this way, you know, fairly basic countryside and all that sort of good stuff. Got a little level crossing there. Cool, we've got a tractor. I wonder if that tractor will be there in the Train Sim World version. And then as we fly over here, we get quite a bit of a forest-like sort of scenery, which is quite nice. Yeah, there you go, that's the limit. Okay, cool. So we'll jump into maybe Reef or something like that next. Right, I've spawned here at Leithen, because I was going to spawn at Reef, but I thought I'd go here instead, because we're near that horseshoe-looking thing, which is another sort of key point I want to look at, because it gets quite scenic there. So let's have a little fly over there and have a look. So yeah, as we go along here, obviously... The sort of scenery, the distant scenery, looks pretty immense in the Train Sim World version. We'll have a little look at that. But obviously it goes round here. You've got that bridge. That's the bridge I'm on about. I want to have a little look at that landmark in the Train Sim World version. Obviously you'd see the trains going along there. Also, because we'll be doing this in timetable mode, we should hopefully see some more actual stuff going along the lines. But yeah, this is that sort of valley bit. So it'll be very cool to see how different it looks. But it still looks pretty decent in this. Like, this is what I mean. This route itself is very beautiful looking. So in this version and the Train Sim World version, they just look absolutely spectacular. Rightio, then I've spawned into the penultimate sort of place we're going to be looking at. And this is just outside Innsbruck. So what I want to look at here is the airport. Because I did notice there was planes in the Train Sim World version. So I wanted to see if we see any airports or planes or anything like that. That would be quite cool. What I have noticed is if you look over there, there's a forklift moving. There it is. Look at that. Beautiful. Off it goes. There's forklifts in Train Sim Classic. It's actually doing stuff. Hold on, let's go and check that out. What's it doing? It's fully like animating and stuff. It's putting boxes into that wagon. This is brilliant. I could watch this all day. Off it goes. Well, you've made it disappear. That would have been so cool if it was actually stacking up boxes. Right, we're not here to be looking at this geezer. We're going to be looking for an airport. So, airport. Anything anywhere nearby? I think this is it. This is the airport, isn't it? This looks like an airport. There's no planes though. Also, the scenery is not that great around here. So, obviously, because it's quite far away from the track itself, I wouldn't imagine it to be incredibly built up here. And from what I can see, there's no planes coming in. So, hopefully, we do spot some planes in the Train Sim World version. But yeah, this is just outside Innsbruck, and then we're going to go around the corner. We'll spawn in at Innsbruck, and then we'll jump into Train Sim World. So let's go to Innsbruck. And here we go, Innsbruck, where it all started whenever I first looked at this route. The first ever time I saw the Mittenwaldbahn was at Innsbruck, so here we go. One little thing I want to notice is platform heights, because someone did comment once that the platform heights are quite, how do I put it? They're very high, aren't they? They're very UK-like, because the UK just like to have massive platforms. We've got a bit of static stuff here, which is quite nice. Again, obviously in the mountains in the distance, a little bit questionable, but I think that's just simply down to my rendering issues. So if anyone's got this on a decent PC, send me some screenshots. I would be happy to see what these mountains do look like in TSC with all the enhancements and stuff like that. Oh, is that another ski slope? Look at that. Can we go up there? I think so. Ah, cool. Ah, sweet. Okay, so you do get another little ski slope here. That's actually quite petrifying, I won't lie to you. Now, this is why I don't go skiing, because that looks absolutely terrifying. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh no. No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But that's a cool little landmark anyway to look at, is the ski slope up on the mountain there. That's Innsbruck, obviously fairly built up, with it being a key station. I don't think there's any like skyscrapers and stuff. I'd imagine this is what the skyline looks like. It's not going to be as dense as Frankfurt, is it? We've also got a little 442 coming in there, so quite a lot of stuff going on here. So that was the Train Sim Classic version of the Mittenwaldbahn. So let's transition across to Train Sim World and have a look at those key points that we've just looked at in the Train Sim World version and see how sort of like similar they look and all that sort of good stuff. So I'll see you in the Train Sim World version. And as if by magic, we're here in Train Sim World, and we're back here at Garmisch because we're going to have a little look at them key points of interest in Train Sim World. So, what have we got? We've obviously got Garmisch, which looks absolutely beautiful. So obviously a key thing to notice here is this route is set in a completely different era, so you're going to see different rolling stock about the route. Obviously, the Mittenwaldbahn version in Train Sim Classic is modern day, so you get the ICET and all that sort of good stuff. But in this version, it's set in 1989. You get the OBB 1020 and you get the DBBR 111. So I'll jump into the main menu and quickly show you what you get with the Train Sim World version and like scenarios and all that sort of good stuff, and then we'll have a little look at the key points of interest. Right, so I've jumped into the main menu just to show you what you get with the Mittenwaldbahn. So the star of the show is this, the OBB 1020, which does a bulk of the services, about 100 of them, and there's plenty of stuff here. There's four-line runs, there's shunting, there's freight, there's all sorts. And then the other piece of included rolling stock is this, the DBBR 111, which does, again, all sorts of stuff, mainly passenger, and does some light loco stuff as well. So compared to the Train Sim Classic version where you get kind of relatively newer stock, this gives you some 90s era, 80s and 90s era sort of stock. And of course, because Train Simulator Classic is scenario based and you do get some scenarios in Train Sim World, you do get 5 in this, a couple with the 111 and then a couple with the 1020. So a nice range of scenarios there if that's your sort of thing. So yeah, we're back here at Garmisch and let's have a little fly around, shall we? So this is Garmisch-Partenkirchen. Obviously, again, scenery wise, the mountains here look spectacular. Like I say, new engine, you know, different graphics, whatever else, but you can really get like a whole depth of field feel in this route. If we fly on over here, let's try and find that ski slope again. I did recognise it. If we go all the way over here, it might take a little bit of a while to get around. Is that 111's doing stuff? There's some stuff there. Got a turntable. Didn't even spot that before. Right, let's carry on flying over here. Let's try and find that ski slope. So again, yeah, this is the bit that we've just seen in Train Sim Classic. You fly on over here. I don't know if the same sort of rules apply where you can't fly too far away from your train. Hopefully not. Ah, there it is. There's that ski slope, which looks a lot more detailed in this, obviously. Let's fly over today if we can. Let's have a little look. Yeah, there you go. Very nice indeed. Cool to see that we've got working level crossings and all that sort of good stuff. Yeah, nice. This is the surroundings of Garmisch. And oh, it just looks absolutely stunning. It really looks stunning. Right, so where was next? We were going to look at Mittenwald, so let's do that. Rightio then, here we go, Mittenwald. Let's nick a train so we can fly around, shall we? We're going to nick this 111. Let's do that. Can we have you? Are we allowed to have you? Let's find out. Can we nick this train? Yeah, we can. That's fine by me. Cool. Cool, so we headed up this way, didn't we? So let's have a little look. Mittenwald looks very, very nice. Looks very nice. Very different sort of buildings. It still looks quite European, but it's a bit different looking to the ones in the Train Sim Classic version. But that bridge that was over somewhere, it's over here. There you go. There's that bridge. It's over a canal. Didn't notice that. There you go. Look, it's a little canal. The mountains here. That's an incredible mountain. Look at that. That's brilliant. These are obviously all made with LiDAR data, so you can really see the work that they've put in. It looks beautiful. I tell you something, it must get cold here in the winter. It must be cold here all year round. I was going to go to the Austrian Alps at some point for a uni course, and I think we were going to go nearby to here. So yeah, I can imagine these are going to be cold all year round. Right, let's fly on south down here. You can really get a good sense of landscape here. You can just see for miles, and it does feel like you can see for miles. Do you know what I mean? It's proper. It's just beautiful. It really is. There's that canal and that bridge and the river and stuff that we saw beforehand. Looks very nice. And then again, like beforehand, just goes into the outside of the city. And obviously we've got that road bridge there, which is quite nice. There we go. Right, so that's Mittenwald. Next was Seefeld. So let's have a little look around Seefeld. Oh, hello. This is a nice little place to spawn in, isn't it? Got some toilets over here. Can we go into the toilets? Oh, no. That's teasing that. I wonder how far we can explore. Oh, we can't go that far, but there's a lot of exploring sort of routes that you can do. Bahnhof, there you go, very nice. How do we get onto the platforms? Cool little thing to notice here. Obviously, we had PIS in the TSC version. In the Train Sim World version, we have paper timetables. These are awesome. Look at these. These are actual real timetables as well. Like if you jump into a service, like for example, the next service through here is 8:16, so we won't be able to find that one. But if you jump into a service and you call at this station at 8:48, your service will be 54:39. Obviously, another thing with the Train Sim World version is there's these little stickers. There's these cool little stickers in this one where it says, "It's nice here, but have you ever been to the Mittenwaldbahn?" That's a cool little reference to their other route. There is also another little sort of Easter egg. I don't know whereabouts it is though, but if you know, you know. Right, there's no trains to nick here, unfortunately. So what we'll do is we'll spawn one in, shall we? Let's spawn in. What should we spawn in? Should we spawn in something stupid? Do you know what we're going to put in here? We're going to put in a Class 350, shall we? Shall we do it? We're not going to drive it. We're just going to bring it in. Let's spawn that in there, shall we? There you go. So stupid. There's probably another way to fly around, but I don't know how to do that. We're obviously not going to drive this. We're just going to free roam. Ignore that there's a 350 there. Right, that shouldn't be there. But let's fly around Seefeld. Again, very nice looking little settlement here. And again, the mountains, they're just spectacular. They really are fantastic. It's brilliant how this route's been made. Yeah, it's beautiful down here. Here's those rocks. Those are the rocks that I pointed out beforehand. And then also a very familiar looking building there. There's a couple of active industries down here. I've just heard something make a noise. We'll keep going down this way. So we'll go south of Seefeld now and have a little look. We'll just ignore the 350 that's in the platform. Right, just ignore that 350 there. It's not there. The station modelling is really nice. I like that. We can fly around the front, can't we, as well? Yeah, that's where you jump in. Right, let's fly on south. Let's go down here. Like I say, I recognise all this. When I did like a free roam sort of thing with a Voyager. I spawned in a Voyager on the Train Sim Classic version. And then, you know, I've spawned in a 350 here. So we like to cause chaos at Seefeld, apparently. Yeah, it looks very nice. So, like I said beforehand, it gets very foresty just south of Seefeld, which looks like that's very much the case here. A lot of trees. A lot of trees and a little bridge here. A little truck as well, very nice. So yeah, that's around Seefeld. We'll jump into Leithen and we'll have a little look around there, see if we can spot any nice bits of scenery around there. Right, so here we go, we're at Leithen Station. Nice, or Leithen, I think that's how you pronounce that. Is that a collectible? No, that's just a pinboard. There's another paper timetable there. I've not done any exploring on foot, but there's a little path down here. Can we walk down here? I think we can. There's a lot of walkways that you can go along. You can keep going. You can keep going down here. How far can we go? This is one long path. Right, that's the furthest you can go. You can't go any further than that. So we'll go back to the station anyway. And we'll spawn in. In fact, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to spawn it in down here. We're not going to run onto the tracks. We're just going to spawn it here, shall we? So we can do some flying around. Boom. What can we spawn in this time? A Vectron. That's what we'll spawn in this time. With 21 coaches. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Oh, we can't. That means something's coming. Here's me running to the station. might as well show up on the Train Sim World features where you can fast travel. Why have we not done that? Why have we not been fast travelling? Why have I been going back to the main menu every time? What a silly sod. Right, I'll make sure to note that for future. We can just, you know, run around and fast travel places. But here we go. This is Leithen, and I need to figure out how to spawn a train in because that'll be useful. Cool. Vectron with loads of coaches. Lovely stuff. Right, let's jump into this. Let's get in there. Cool. Right. So, how do you do it again? 8. 8 is the free camera. There's the Vectron. And this is Leithen. So let's have a little look at that horseshoe bit, which is down here. Again, like I was saying before, this bit's incredible because we're in this massive valley and it just looks absolutely incredible. Absolutely beautiful. If you go around this corner, obviously you're going to see the route veers round here, goes into a few tunnels. And then if we go round here, we should see that wonderful looking bridge. There it is. There's the bridge. There's that wonderful bridge. So obviously you can see around here plenty of mountains and stuff. Also there's like an eagle that keeps squawking and it scares the life out of me every time. But even in the Train Sim Classic version this looks beautiful, but in this it just looks spectacular, honestly. It also feels like the route feels a lot bigger in the Train Sim World version. Like looking at this, I feel like I'm looking further, if you know what I mean, to like the mountains beyond. So very nice indeed, very nice. Something's just been laughing at me there. Right, let's jump back into our cab and let's do some fast travel, shall we? Let's go to that, get rid of that train because we can. Remove train, please. Yep, that's fine. Get off the tracks, that's £1,000 fine. 9. And then where we're going to next, we're going to go to... Not going to go there, we're going to go to down here so we can see the airport. So let's go there. And here we go, Innsbruck. Innsbruck, what's it called? Innsbruck Hotting, I think that's how you say that. Right, let's spawn in a train so we can do some flying, shall we? What shall we spawn in this time? Something stupid again. Tube stock, gotta be that. Let's spawn that in, right. Whoa, tube stock. This is so stupid. There's someone on the train? There's loads of people on the train. What? How have you lot got here? You do realise you're in the wrong country. We're not even underground. Right, anyway, let's jump into the cab so we can fly around. This has become quite unhinged. So let's go outside the cab. Boom. Ignore the tube stop. Let's find the airport. Right, do we fly along here? I do remember it's just around here somewhere. There it is. There's the airport. So if we wait a minute, we will see a plane. I'm sure we will. Is that the plane? There's one, look. There it is. See, I told you some planes. I think they're the officially licensed ones as well. Can we get right underneath it? Bit of plane spotting in Train Sim World. Here you go. Look at this. Very nice. Off it goes. Off it goes to land in Innsbruck over there. There you go. It's off to land in Innsbruck. Very nice. Very nice. Right, we'll let the pilot do what he needs to do over there because that's probably going to despawn. But there you go. So there's some planes landing into Innsbruck, which is a nice little feature. Where's that geezer with the forklift that we saw before? Right, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was down here. In fact, it was that trailer there. And is there a pile of pallets or something? Yeah, a pile of pallets there. So if there was a forklift, there it is. There's the forklift, which was putting the pallets in the back of the wagon. It's all there. Nice. Very happy with that. Right. Next and final stop, Innsbruck Hauptbahnhof. Right then, here we go. We are at Innsbruck. Very nice indeed. Let's have a little look at the paper timetable. Obviously you see a lot more stuff going on here because it's a key station. So yeah, a cool little feature. I like these paper timetables, they're very nice. What else can we see? Oh, we've got a 1020 over here. Is that just arriving? I think it is. I tell you what, this 1020 is saved today because we don't have to spawn in anything stupid. So let's nick this train, shall we? Let's get in. Let's get into the 1020. Sorry love, can I have... Oh, I don't have permission to drive it. Oh, you're joking. There's no like second man seat or anything. No, probably not. Okay, fine. We'll have to spawn something stupid. Tell you what, we'll spawn in a light loco just to keep it simple, shall we? And let's get into it and then fly around Innsbruck. Right, let's fly around. So this is Innsbruck Hauptbahnhof. Again, plenty of stuff going on around here. Obviously, we've just had that 1020. Do some stuff over that way. Again, the mountains. Like I say, the mountains in the Train Sim Classic version looked very questionable, but here they just look absolutely spectacular. Hey, I tell you what, another thing, the platform heights here. So these are, I think, standard heights. So I think they're wrong in the Train Sim Classic version, which is something that someone spotted out to me. So yeah, the platform heights are normal in this version, don't worry. But yeah, this looks really nice. We've got a little church down here. It feels a bit more like a city in this in the Train Sim World version. It feels a bit more built up, a bit more key roads, all that sort of good stuff. So I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, no it wasn't. It was that ski slope, the one that's over there. There it is. Let's go over to it. Here we go. Here's that ski slope. I don't think I'm meant to get up here, but Yep, there's the ski slope, which, if we look at the view, still looks terrifying. In fact, even looks more terrifying from up here, because that's high, very high up. Right, I've spawned back into the cab, so I know that we're on safe ground, because I'm scared of heights. Right, so there we go. That was pretty much everything we've looked at for the comparison video of the Mittenwaldbahn between Train Sim Classic and Train Sim World. I quite enjoyed looking at that, and it's sort of like both versions do represent the route quite well. You can see that there's some consistencies between the two versions, but obviously the Train Sim World version just looks a lot more top tier than the Train Sim Classic version. But yeah, let me know what you think about the two different versions. Do you prefer the Train Sim Classic version because obviously it's set in the modern day, or do you prefer this version because obviously it's just Train Sim World and that's what you prefer? Let me know in the comments. I personally think the Train Sim World version of Mittenwaldbahn is incredible, and I just think it looks beautiful, and the way they've made it, it's just top tier. So much detail per square inch, and there's so much going on, it's very nice. But yeah, with all that said and done, I'm going to leave that video there. I really enjoyed doing that, so let me know any other comparisons you want me to do between Train Sim World and Train Sim Classic. Obviously, as future Train Sim World routes or Train Sim World versions of Train Sim Classic routes come out, I will compare them and have a little look. I've got a few in mind, so if you want to see any comparison videos, let me know. But yeah, with all that said and done, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've been Richie, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.